How is it going, you lovely lot? Welcome back to Park to Prem. A new patch has dropped for Football Manager. Today we're going to find out, has my tactic been broken by the match engine update? Yes, folks, welcome back. Happy Friday. We have just finished deadline day, and the reason I've not done anything in deadline day video-wise is nothing happened. I did see the outpour in the comment section saying, Jack, spend the recruitment budget, but I'll be honest, I just didn't really want to spend £40 million for the sake of it. And unfortunately, with where we are at right now, where our reputation is still that of just really a mid-table championship club, we're just not in a position to be able to attract in really top quality talent for a reasonable sum of money. I guess the other reason why I've not decided to make transfers is I'm pretty confident that we are going to be able to achieve our objectives for this year. Of course, just avoiding relegation, I think, should be a surefire thing. Anything beyond that in the eyes of the board is a bonus, and whilst I could maybe be really ambitious and overspend on one or two players, I just feel like we've been pretty sensible during our time here at Lewis FC. We've been pretty tight with our pennies, and I just feel like that's a mantra we should keep on doing. Now, of course, last episode, we lost our opening two games of the season against Chelsea and Man City. Following on from that, not an easy game on the road against Aston Villa, but in the end, we did secure a 1-1 draw. It was a very, very tight game. In the end, Cardozo's goal was the all-important one for us. He was playing as the attacking midfielder in our midfield three in the middle. And that, of course, is because Ryu, the Mexican, has joined the team. And I'll be honest, he is just the best defensive player who can also pass in our team. He has to play that deep line playmaker role when he's fit. And Cardozo, yeah, playing an attacking midfielder. Good to see him on the score sheet. Not just in the game against Villa, but this game here. First round of the EFL Cup that we've played in against Bristol City, who were promoted to the Premier League this year. They are a good little team. We dominated this match. The only disappointment, really, that we didn't score more. Ziddy did pick up man of the match with a goal and an assist as well. I'm going to hope some of that form can start to translate into league games. Now, like I already mentioned, a new patch has dropped for Football Manager as I record this video, and I am feeling a little under the weather, so I'm afraid it's not going to be an hour-long video today. Instead, we are going to do the games against Bournemouth and Leicester in the league. Two games I think we have to view as winnable, and while given the fact we've not won a game yet in the league, I feel like if we don't win these ones, maybe start to panic slightly. Not a load to catch you up on today ahead of the first game, but that is you caught up. I am going to hope we get through these next two matches without my voice going. I don't know if you can hear it. I am struggling today. Now, in terms of team news, one change going into this game. Pereira still unhappy at the club, still has not been sold. I'm not sure if the Saudi transfer window is still open at this point. I don't think it is, so I'm going to hope he gets his act together. But a 6.47 rating through 3 league games makes me feel like we should give an option and a chance, I suppose, out on the right-hand side. This man is super, super capable of playing that wide right centre-back role for us. And up top, you might have noticed, I am going to go with Ziddy and Laudrup, the two youngsters. I just want to give them as much game time as possible. And off the back of his man-of-the-match performance, Ziddy's earned a starting spot today. I haven't been tinkering with the tactics too much just yet. That's not to say that they won't be tinkered with. I have also just started to come up with a little bit of a plan B system, whereby we maybe go back to having wing-backs when we don't have the ball. But I do know in the latest update to Football Manager that's just come out with the match engine changes, there are some pressing changes to players in wide areas, and I've seen some mixed reports on them. I kind of want to see for myself how our kind of system that we've run so far this year is adapting to the changes. Obviously, we've not won at home yet this year. In fact, we've not won at home all season in the league. Granted, the only home game we've had was against Man City. I kind of view this game as a significantly more winnable one. João Pedro leading the line for Bournemouth. Moriba as well. Tell you what, they've got some proper Football Manager Hall of Famers in their team. Not going to be an easy match, this one. You can see they are playing with a 3 at the back as well, so this could be a little bit interesting. Theirs, I think, is more defensive in shape, but well, let's see how we fare. We commit more men forward than we have done in the past couple of years. Hasn't really manifested in some big blowout scorelines in the league yet. Maybe it could happen here though. Ziddy takes it down. What a touch. What a goal. Ngwashi. That might be a pass of the season contender. The centre-back has found himself on the bench to start the year. What is that pass? The ball comes down with snow on it. It's gone into orbit. I feel like it kind of got pulled back down. With the kind of curvature of the earth there, the way it curved down to Ziddy. It was a great touch by the striker, a great finish. I think that's his first ever Premier League goal. What I was going to say, though, is Bournemouth's kind of system here and the shape they're playing here is kind of interesting. It's a very different approach, obviously, to the same kind of defensive principle, I suppose, of the 3 centre-backs. Our system definitely commits men further up the field. I would like to think we will have more of the ball in this game. We'll see if that manifests itself, though. As we're on the attack here, this is really nice. Bouabré channel midfielder moving into that wide area. Meggs is the player, crosses it in. Did you see Buabre there? He put it through the defender's legs. Also, Sassy as the winger there, getting into the box. I love that. That little underlapping run with the channel midfielder was really nice. So far, I feel like this has been going in our favour, although that is a loose pass there that could maybe leave us open on the counter. I think that still is my big fear with this system, with kind of the wide midfielders as they are. That if we do lose the ball, there is that space in behind. Holsgrove has it here, cuts inside, shoots, rattles the crossbar. I don't like this. Fofana still has it in the box. We've not got it away from danger yet. Malo Gusto, though, does sky it. Halfway through this first half, Bournemouth yet to have a shot on target, so they're not creating a great deal, and we're having slightly more of the ball, which is absolutely unheard of for ourselves so far this career mode, especially since we've made it to the Premier League. Anyway, João Pedro, lone striker, suffering a bit like Aguiar did last year. I think the lone striker is such a difficult role in this kind of system. Ziddy, of course, got a partner in crime now, who he's going to look to pick out. He doesn't find Laudrup, but it falls to Buabre. I don't feel like that was the best long shot in the world, but the keeper did have to save it. It's been a few seasons since we've played two strikers. It's nice to have a striking pair. You kind of seen it with the way that João Pedro, like I mentioned, is playing for Bournemouth. This lone striker with the two players out wide, it's literally the issue that we had last year. They just get very isolated in certain matches, whereas now we have players surging forward left, right and centre. The two centre mids link up superbly. Cardozo with the finish. Actually, was it Cardozo? No, it wasn't. It was Simon, wasn't it? The new Frenchman. He has looked lively so far today. What a finish into the bottom corner. Set pieces were an issue last year. I'm going to hope this one isn't going to be an issue here. Billy Gilmore whipping it into the middle. It's headed away from danger. João Pedro mopping up the pieces. I did wonder for a second if we might hit them on the counter instead. Well, I was going to say we might be in danger. That shot has only just gone wide. Through this first half of football so far, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. We've limited Bournemouth to lots of speculative long shots, and going forward, there's been some really nice movement, especially from our midfield, and, well, we're seeing a bit more of it here. Laudrup dropping deep, Ziddy in behind, loose touch. Might fall back to him, shoots, blocks. Still not away from danger. Sassy in. Laudrup heads over. Laudrup there in the early build-up play. You can see as the false nine dropped in deep. We really want to see him doing that, just to help us link up the midfield and attack. Anyway, half-time in this game, it is 2-0 at the Dripping Pan. We look really good for, and hopefully on course, for our first win of the season. They have brought Alex Scott on at half-time. I did wonder where Alex Scott was in this universe, but we have our answer. He is still at Bournemouth, dropped from the team, but coming in here. I wonder if that spells a change in midfield role, perhaps. Anyway, this is, well, a kick-off highlight. I thought it was going to be pointless. There might be something to this, you know. Oh, maybe there's not. Sassy is quick. He's not that quick. An hour played here, 2-0. We're looking pretty good. Oliver at centre-back's not the best of games. Let's bring in Jimenez there. Elsewhere, Ruiz at right mid and Sassy at left mid. Well, in Ruiz's case, he's not having a good game. In Sassy's case, he's just tired. Let's bring in the fresh legs in the wide area. We'll bring in Bordalas on the left and Jesus Maria Garcia on the right. I've just noticed that Simon Buabre, for whatever reason, in the game is being named as Nadelia. Is that his nickname? No idea. I feel like that didn't say that before. Probably a new bug. Anyway, this game has had a very weird second half. They've had one shot on target in the entire game. We slowed it down in the second half. But you know what? A clean sheet, multiple goals. That doesn't happen very often here, typically. Young Lewis shine against Bournemouth. That's what we want to read. Simon, man of the match. I'm still confused why he had the wrong name in game. Oh, it's his middle name. Does he use Nadelia on the back of his shirt? No idea. French football fans, let me know. Nevertheless, that result was a really, really good one there that does move us suddenly up to 14th, and we are now ahead of Arsenal. Come on. And Manchester United too, who are struggling. Now, we have got a midweek game, but it is in the EFL Cup against Birmingham City, who, well, with respect to Danny Cowley's championship side, I'm not too fearful of. The game that we're going to worry about next is this one against Leicester City. Right now they are 13th in the league, so a team kind of with a similar start to our own. I would like to think we can beat them, but it ain't going to be easy. Well, it wasn't overly convincing, but we did beat Birmingham in the EFL Cup midweek, completely rotated the team for this game, and actually it worked out quite nicely. It was great to see Spolyar get on the score sheet. That gives me food for thought. Maybe I need to play him in the league, or at least give him a chance. And Kikayo also got on the score sheet. This man is improving as well. I saw some disparaging comments about this man down in the previous video's comments. I think he is going to be absolutely quality. Inspired that, though, going into this next game, I'm going to go with the same team that played played the previous fixture in the league and win it with a clean sheet. The only downside, Jimenez picked up an injury in the previous game in the EFL Cup where he started. So sadly, he will not be on the bench for us. But in terms of the rest of the team, nothing is changing. Second home game of the episode. Hopefully, we are going to make it 2 wins in 2. I feel like our team has a really good balance at the moment. I feel like the only problematic area, or I was going to say problematic area, I think is the striking department. And that's really because I'm not sure who my best attackers are yet. I've not really kind of got one standout performer, but everyone has got a few goals now. Was hoping we were going to take this game to Leicester, but early doors, well, possession wasn't overly in our favour. It's now swinging back towards us. It's been a half so far with a few chances either way, but inside the first 20 minutes, no highlights. We're at the 23rd minute, and I don't know if you've seen this, everyone. In the new update, we have pass maps. Have you seen this? There are pass maps now in my Football Manager again. And I can see, looking at the average positions here, that on the right-hand side, Ruiz is getting up the pitch a lot. Sassy, though, less so. He's getting the ball a lot. He's lost the ball more than anyone else outfield for us. With that in mind, I'm just going to tell Sassy here to take fewer risks with passing and go shorter with his passing. That'll probably mean he goes back to Grommen a little bit more, but I don't really hate that. I have to say, I'm really happy to see the pass maps back in Football Manager. I wish that there was a way I could separate the passing and the average positions and have some more heat mappy stuff. But you know what? Compared to what we had before, it is something. I'm glad we've got something to talk about today, because so far in this match, nothing has happened through 42 minutes. Are we really going to go? I was going to say an entire half without a chance. There is a chance here. Simon has a shot that's blocked. And that was the start of the highlight. That can't be the highlight itself, though. Are we about to get hit on the counter? Leicester bringing the ball forward. Ruiz wins it nicely. Laudrup now trying to make something happen. The Great Dane down the byline. There's 3 players in the middle here. So many players. Simon shoots and it's saved. That was a real opportunity and a half. That would have been an impossibility with the whole tactical system to have that 3-on-1 in the middle. But for a moment, you thought we were really going to punish Leicester, and instead, that chance is squandered. The best chance of the half, and it is 0-0 at half-time. Since we made that change, Sassy's pass completion has gone up a little bit to 78%. It's still not great, but he is a little less isolated. Anyway, we're going to get shouty, and that is going to be that. I don't think we need to overcomplicate things at half-time. I'm not going to make any changes at the break just yet. Leicester, so far in this game, keeping us quiet. They had a really, really good start to the game that has kind of slowed down now. We do have a chance here, perhaps. Ziddy, this is a long way out if he's going to try and shoot. Surely not from here. It's a good, 35 yards out? But the build-up here is long. What is this? He's doing a little shimmy over the ball. Can we take it? We do take it short. Grommen, the left centre-back, surely not. He shoots. He hits the post. And Gwashi, he got an assist last game. Now he's on the score sheet. One of the weirder set pieces you're going to see. Grommen, I don't know if Grommen should have been given an assist here. I think the keeper maybe parried it onto the post there, which robbed him of the assist. And Gwashi, though, puts it into the open net. It's a weird goal. It's a goal I'm going to take. There is, however, a kick-off highlight. That's always a little bit scary, isn't it? I do feel like in Football Manager, whenever you get a match engine update, you start to just see some new passages of play. That one there that I've just seen was a new one. I don't know if I loved it or hated it, but you know what? Because we scored it, it was fine with me. Nana has the ball at his feet. The goalie is one of the players that I think is a weak link in terms of his attributes in our team. But actually, when you look at his performances so far this year, he's averaging above a 7.0. He's been making a fair amount of saves. Got a clean sheet, of course, last game. Gonna hope he can get another one here as Leicester look to build the ball out from the back. We've got a little bit of a press going on here, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. Simply because I don't want to leave that space in behind for big diagonal balls. If our wide players start pressing high, we could be in trouble. Like we've just seen there, Sassy abandons his man. It's a massive save by Nana. I am a little bit concerned that Ruiz and Sassy as tracking wide midfielders are like in these positions here. Like Sassy, if I just go back 10 seconds, really should be tracking the wide man more. I saw people complaining about this in the latest match engine update. You can see here, Sassy, right, is my wide player, tracking midfielder. He is set to mark tightly this position. And yeah, in this circumstance here, he just kind of wanders into no man's land. That's a little bit concerning for my hopes with this system if that's going to be a regular thing. Nevertheless, though, Nana did make a really, really nice save there that we have to like. I definitely need to keep a close eye on that. I have seen some people mentioning the wide players kind of just losing their players and just kind of floating inside out of possession, which would be a little bit concerning with how we play. But at the moment, I mean, going forward, it's working for us. Cardozo in, Laudrup scores. Cardozo is really involved in this play now with this new tactic. For the last couple of years, of course, he's been relegated to deep line playmaker. I trained him to play defensive midfielder for it. Now he's got a bit more free roam going forward. And as an attacking midfielder, he's popping up with a lot of the goals that we score, even as the assister or the goal scorer. I feel like I want to check. Have I got Sassy? Yeah, I've got Sassy set to mark position, attacking midfielder. To be fair, I've not got his tightness set to mark tighter. Maybe that's the issue. We'll change it. I think to just see out this game, I'm going to make a little change as well. I'm going to change our distribution to the centre-backs with a two kind of player attack, especially with one of them as the tracking centre-forward. I feel like we can afford to kind of win that matchup of 3 centre-backs v 2 strikers, especially because our wider centre-backs have run wide with the ball. And with the way that they're set up out of possession, actually distributing it to the flanks here probably isn't the wisest idea. Anyway, much like the Bournemouth game, we've gone 2 goals up, and that's kind of been that. Nothing is happening in this game. I really should have made some subs. It's the 82nd minute. Who do I think I am? Oliver Glasner? Of course you should make subs. I think this is going to be a frequent change we make this year. Ruiz and Sassy, just condition-wise, just very, very tired. It's a lot of running around for our wide players, but Garcia and Bordalas, players we can bring in. Also going to bring in fresh legs with Aguiar and Cacao in the final third. Now, you know what, Gromman, you've played a lot of football lately. Let's bring Silva in. I really want to give Silva some minutes. The 19-year-old centre-back, I maintain, could be a great player for us, but I've been struggling to get him in the team lately. There is still 5 minutes remaining in this game, so maybe I'm taking a little bit of a gamble by just making all the changes now as if the game is done. But I feel like we've looked pretty dominant in this game, and well, we could get another. Cacao, Aguiar, lovely build-up between the 2 strikers, lovely finish. Those subs were justified. Maybe this is the Lewis FC Stripe partnership, I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. I mean, they wear the number 9 and number 11 shirts, so you should argue they'll be the starters, but that's not how it works. That's just what auto number did. Okay, 4 minutes left of this game, 3-0 up. I mean, this has been dominant. This is what I want to see more of. Obviously, last episode, I don't feel like it was a glowing introduction to the new tactic, but I think we're seeing the upside of it in this kind of game here. Maybe it's a case of we play this shape against the lesser teams. Aguiar scored again. I've brought in like 3 strikers this summer and he might still be the best player. Really nice build-up play here. I think it was Simon who picked up the ball, just loads of space. The fluidity of our attack just tore them open through the middle. Really nice finish by Aguiar too. Leicester fans might want to leave now before there's a rush in the car park because, well, there could still be more suffering in line here. There's another highlight. I'm assuming that there wasn't the highlight of that touch out wide by Schwartal for them. And instead, with what, 2.5 minutes left, we find ourselves in possession. We're just playing some really pretty football. Look at the kind of intricate movement, the passing of play. You can really see the fluidity of the team. Cacao is the false 9, dropping in deep here, playing it with Aguiar. He's on for a hat-trick. He's got a hat-trick on off the bench in 7 minutes. Is that the fastest Premier League hat-trick ever? I don't think it is. For a sub, it might be. Someone is now going to write in the comments a reason why Aguiar can't be my striker for another year, and it's just going to deeply upset me. He's the GOAT. He is the boy. It's 5-0. He scored in the 86th, 91st and 92nd minute, and I'll tell you what, Cacao got 2 assists there too. I don't think we've ever won 5-0 in the Premier League before. Definitely not in a live commentary. This feels weird. I will also say Ngwashi, I think, got man of the match in this game, which is interesting. He has been really, really good so far. I am beginning to wonder, you know, Pereira, who I was rejecting all those bids for from Saudi Arabia, should I have been selling him? I think we started today's episode in the relegation zone. I might be mistaken. We are ending today's episode up in 7th. Yeah, we are back. If you want my early review on the match engine, it's the best match engine ever. Don't question the fact that had I lost games today, I would have said it's awful. That definitely wouldn't have been what happened. Well, the good news is my voice did survive today's episode. Next time out, I am going to come back a little further in the future. We'll see how the league season is playing out and who our main rivals will be. Who knows? Maybe we can go on a little Carabao Cup run. Huddersfield Town of League One, we've got in the next round. We've kind of got to assume we're going to win that one. Anyway, folks, we are going to leave things there for today. Thank you so much for watching the series this week. Appreciate your patience with there not being an upload Wednesday. We are back Monday. We're back on the regular. I'll see you for that next time. It is me, Jack, And Jonathan Aguiar, he is the GOAT.